Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shardemarie. Welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning back in into another video. So as you can tell from the title, we are doing a get ready with me / get to know me type of video. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I know I have some new subscribers, and I also want to just reintroduce myself as a content creator for those who probably haven't watched my videos in a while and just want to get to know who I am and what is my little corner of the internet, has to offer. So yeah, I have my makeup here. I'm ready to put it on my face. So if you are interested in this type of video, then continue to keep on watching. It's a 5 on a Saturday. So my eyebrows are already on because if you are not new to this channel, you already know my brow routine do not change. I use the NYX micro pencil in the color Espresso, and that's it, and that's all. I don't do nothing else to my brows. That's all I do. So my brows are already on. So let's start with the priming of the face. So I have two primers I'm going to use today. I'm using e.l.f. Putty Primer as well as the Yensa Tone Up Primer in Essential Glow. I'm going to start with the Yensa first. I'm also using products I haven't used in a while on my channel just because I'm trying to get through my makeup so that way I can add in new things. I'm not trying to be a hoarder, you know. So let's hop into these general questions. So the first question is, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is pink. It has always, well, I can't say it's always been pink. When I was younger, my favorite color for some reason was blue at the time, and then I just transitioned over to pink. So pink is my favorite color. I definitely prefer more of a blush pink, nude pink shade than hot pink, but I like pink all in all. I'm putting this putty primer basically where my pores are, which is right here near my nose. That's where I'm going to let it do its thing. And while we're letting that sit and letting the primer do its thing, I'm going to work on the eyes first, just in case if any fallout happens and things like that, we can just wipe it away. So for eyes, I'm going to try this new eye primer. This is from ms. Cosmetics. It's in the suit of armor. This is in the color called Blank Canvas. I got this recently in my February BoxyCharm. If you watched that short, then you guys saw that in that video. So I will say with these nails, it's kind of hard to blend out anything. And now I have two palettes. Both of these you guys have never seen me use on my channel. I have the ColourPop, that's taupe. My sister actually had this and then she gave it to me because she's not really into makeup like I am. So this is what that taupe looks like. I do apologize for the lighting. I have my window open and then also my ring light. So it's very cool toned colors. I might just dip into maybe just this middle row, which has like some shimmers. But the main focus of the eyes will be with this palette. This is from Alamar Cosmetics, and this is in the Destino. I guess that's the name of the palette, and it looks like this here. So there's a lot of warm tones. Very rich colors. I probably most likely will more dip into these three up here, maybe a little bit of this pink on the lid, but who knows. The rest of the colors are very more colorful than what I need them to be. So I'm going to dip into the Alamar Cosmetics palette first, and I think I'm going to dip in this color called Timber and use that as my transition color. I'm going to take this brush here from, not that brush, I'm using this white brush that I got from Amazon, I don't know, a couple of years ago. So next question is, do you like indoors or outdoors better? So it all depends on the weather, it all depends on the season. I'm a summer baby, so I obviously love the summertime, love being outdoors during the summertime, but when it's like this, when it's wintertime and the weather is finicky and cold, I prefer being indoors. Again, depends on the weather. All right, next question is, what's one thing you could not live without? Music. I could not live without music. I could live without anything else, but I cannot live without music. And I'm gonna go with something, you know, not obvious, like, you know, my mom, my dad, my grandmother, something like that. I'm not gonna go with that because obviously I cannot, you know, those are family. So I'm gonna go with something more generic, I guess, in a way, or something unconditional. Music. I could not live without music. I love music. I love everything about it. I love the way it makes me feel. I love the mood that it puts me in. I love music. Next question is, what cuisine is your favorite? Italian or soul food? Love those pieces down. Love them down. I'm gonna take this this eye pencil. This is from Game Beauty. I used this in my last Get Ready With Me, but I'm gonna hop into its oh, that's taupe. And I'm going to actually dip into this color called Bedrock down at the bottom. Just 1-2 tap, nothing crazy, maybe 3-4 taps. Nothing crazy, and I'm just going to concentrate that on the outer end and also blend that into my crease. But yeah, I love anything soul food or Italian. I love pasta, I love pizza, I love raviolis. I mean, I love it all. So soul food for sure. Next question is, do you like playing video games? I don't. Back in the day when I was younger, I did. Like, I had the Nintendo, the original Nintendo, and then upgraded to like the Nintendo 64, had the Game Boy. There was another one, I think, before the Nintendo that my mom had when she was growing up, but I can't remember what it was, but I mean, I think it was in the same family. I liked playing video games when I was younger. Now, not so much. I don't mind watching like my boyfriend play video games or like my homeboys play video games, but I personally, I really don't mess with playing video games like that. But it's fun to watch and see the men get so upset about you know, about a game. Now, I will play like phone games. Like right now, I'm addicted to playing Best Fiends. I'm like on level 2065, like not 20, yeah, like 2065, 2065 or whatever. I'm on that level right now, so I do enjoy like phone games, and I also have Sudoku downloaded on my phone because I like you know, like little mind games and, you know, just to keep my mind fresh and everything. So I have that, but other than that, no. Next question is, are you a good singer? I can't even hold a note if the good Lord wanted me to, okay? I can hum the crap out of anything. You want me to hum, I can hum it. But if you want me to blow down a note, you won't get that from me, baby. So I'm gonna go dip back into the Alamar Cosmetics, and I'm gonna dip into this pink color here. It's called Un Sienna. Please don't kill me if I pronounced it wrong, okay? Spanish is not my first language. It's not even a second language, okay? I don't know how to speak it at all. But I'm gonna use that as my main lid color, and I'm just going to pack it on. Next question is, who inspires you? Truth be told, I'm not really sure. I mean, I can say when it comes to me doing YouTube, I like watching people who's similar around to my age in a way. So like Peyton Charles, Gina Janine, they're closer to my age. I also like watching like Aaliyah's Face and Natasha and Kyra and Dana Alexa, you know, like, you know, the girls. But as far as like inspire me to do YouTube and keep on going, even though I'm at, you know, a woman of age, it definitely is Gina and Peyton, because I can see that even though they're not the young chickens on the block with this YouTube game, you know, they're making it work, and it's definitely working for them. So if they can do it, I can do it. So I do say like those are my inspirations as far as YouTube goes. But I am inspired just by just seeing anybody that's going after their dreams and their goals and not letting age or like their circumstances hold them back. I'm inspired by that. Right now I'm on a social media cleanse, so I can't go online and get more inspired because I'm on a social media cleanse right now. But I just like seeing the girls and the guys out there just living life and doing what they love to do and going after it, and seeing that even their circumstances and their age or whatever the case may be is not hindering them. I'm inspired by that. Sort of kind of look like I got pink eye, but it is what it is at this point. And then I'm going to dip into, that's taupe, and I'm gonna go into the second color. It's called Snake Eye. Yeah, Snake Eyes. And I'm going to take my finger and just tap that over top of that pink color, just so it can have a little bit of sparkle. I will say the Snake Eye color, it looks like it's more on the pinky silver side, but it's definitely pulling more silver when you put it on your hand. So, you know, keep that in mind. We're almost done with the eyes. So next I'm going to take, let me see. I was going to take this Las Lomas color, but I think I want gel. So I'm going to take my NYX gel and use that to do eyeliner. I'm using this pencil from Luxie. It's the 219, which so happens to be called an eyeliner. So next question is, who is your favorite artist? So, like, my favorite artist of all time, of all freaking time, is Chris Brown. Typical. Chris Brown. I'm sorry, the man can do no wrong. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. The man can do no wrong. Love him down. Love him down. Let me get back to this question. I need to concentrate. Okay. Almost messed up, you guys. Almost messed it up. But yeah, Chris Brown is my all-time favorite artist of all time. But I also have like some of my old school favorite artists of all time, like Avant. I know a lot of people sleep on that man, but y'all need to wake up. Avant is amazing. Love him down. When it comes to female artists, my two favorite female artists of all time is Janet Jackson and Toni Braxton. I love them down. With the new age girlies, it would be Rihanna and Nicki Minaj. I know right now she's going through her phase or whatever is going on with her, but I still love Nicki Minaj. I'm sorry, I don't care. I love her down. Who else? I love Sammy. Sammy's one of my favorite artists. I've been loving and listening to Vito so much. I don't know why, but all of a sudden I'm like in my Vito era. So all I've been doing is listening to all of his music. Who else? Yeah, those are like my core favorites. Chris Brown is number one. Oh, when it comes to hip hop, it's Tupac. Tupac is my number one. He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Do you hear me? Tupac is the GOAT. Okay. Him, Lil Wayne, he's also the GOAT. But he doesn't override Tupac. Tupac is number one. In my hip hop love, my hip hop era is Tupac forever and always. So it's Chris Brown, Tupac, Sammy, Avant, Vito, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Janet Jackson, Toni Braxton. Like, those are my core people. Like, I can listen to their music all day, every day, and never get tired of it. You know, those are my core people. Let me do this other eye and we can answer another question. Okay, they never match. They never match. But it is what it is. So So next question is, do you have any regrets? We all have regrets. Of course we all do. I regret not going to the school that I originally wanted to go to when I was applying for colleges. I originally wanted to go to FIDM. Instead, I went to Johnson Wales University. Now, I think about that from time to time only because I'm like, if I would have went to a different school, would I have the friends that I have now? Would I be a part of my sorority now? Because FIDM, you know, is not an HBCU at that. I don't believe they have like black fraternities or sororities on their campuses. They might not have sororities on their campuses at all. So would I've ever been able to join Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated? Who knows? So I think about it from time to time, like, is it a regret, or just like, you know, would my life be different if I was living in California? I regret not saving money as soon as I was born, so I can be able to survive and live a life of luxury. Okay, I regret not starting YouTube sooner. You know, back then YouTube wasn't a big thing, so making videos and things like that wasn't really popular or known as it is now. So around the time when I was like 18, I was a freshman in college and all the other stuff, I don't think people was uploading on YouTube yet or whatnot. I'm not really sure how that was going at that time when I was when I was 18. So yeah, but either or, I was still think I should have started YouTube, especially at its peak when it first really getting started. I definitely should have started YouTube then, and you know, I regret not starting it earlier, because then who's to say where my life would have been now instead of, you know, trying to play catch up. You know, there's a lot of regrets. There's a lot of regrets in my life, but it's lessons learned. It's something that, you know, you roll with the punches and you just keep on going, and we learn from it and we grow from it. I'm going to reuse my Lawless The One and Done mascara. I haven't used this in a while on my channel. Alright, so now I'm going to put on my lashes. My lashes I'm using from my last video. They are the Kiss Pompadour lashes, and once I put those on, then we can move on to the face. Alright, so lashes are on. So these are what the eyes are looking like right now. We're going to come back to the eyes after we do everything else. So I'm going to use my Soleil Tint and Brightening Eye Cream. Again, something I haven't used on this channel in a while. My boyfriend swears up and down he feels like I'm sleeping too much, so that's why I got dark circles under my eyes. I personally think I'm not getting enough sleep. Me personally. So there, and then I'm just going to use my fingers to spread it out, and while I'm spreading it out, I'm going to answer this question. The next question is, would you ever start your own business? And crazy thing is, you guys, I actually am in the process of doing research to start my own business. I want to start my own sunglass company or my own sunglass business, as well as starting off with lip gloss and lip oils. It's like my favorite part of my makeup is doing lips. I love doing lips. I love everything about it. So I'm actually in the process of, you know, I already have the names. I'm just, you know, looking at trademarks and, you know, how the LLCs are looking for products so I can go ahead and do samples. I feel like I have my vendors. I just need to actually pay to get samples for these things. I would love to try to start both of them this year, but I might have to just focus on one at a time. At least get both of them trademarked and LLC, but launch one and then maybe next year launch the other one. But we shall see exactly how that's going to do. But yeah, I definitely would love to start my own business, and the fact that I'm actually in the process of doing that, you know, it's major. major. So I'm going to do a full foundation, but I'm going to try my hardest to make it not look full, you know, because originally I had this set out because I thought I was going to a black tie event, but never went. So I still want to use this because I haven't used it in a while, but I want to use it as a medium coverage foundation instead of a full coverage. And this is also from Makeup Forever HD Skin. I know they have a new one out. Probably might get that one, but we shall see. And this is in the color 3Y46. If you have the old Makeup Forever HD, it was Y425. So, and I also don't know if this is maybe too light for me, maybe too dark, I don't know. And I'm only going to do one pump. So one pump is going to have to cover up the whole face. That's how much I'm trying to use with this foundation. So I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand. Okay. I did like a pump and a half. I got like a little dollop. And I'm going to take this brush from BH Cosmetics. This is from their Weekend Vibes collection. Y'all, I miss that. I miss BH Cosmetics, okay? That's where I would get my brushes from. Majority of my makeup came from BH Cosmetics. They was just everything. I'm so sad that they had to go out of business. But you know, that's life. Things happen. So yeah. And we're just going to stipple this in. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to answer the next question. What is your favorite book? So right now, I don't have a favorite book. I mean, back in the day, I did. It was Fly Girl. I can't remember the name of the author, but that was my book because I just knew growing up that that's who I was going to be. I was reading that book when I was like 15, 16 years old, and I was like, that's my life right there. That is who I am going to grow up to be. I'm going to grow up to be just like Shorty. But obviously my life went a different way. But that was, that was my favorite book growing up, was Fly Girl. Now, what's my favorite book? I don't have one. Now, I am in my reading era. So I have been reading a lot of books lately. I started reading a lot of books last year, I think, or the year before last. I can't remember when I started getting back into reading again, but I've been reading a lot. Right now, I am reading Revive Me from J.L. Seeger. I just got finished reading Restore Me by her, which was a 5-star read. Okay, that book was a 5-star read for real. Another 5-star read that I read this year so far is the book called Fast by Millie Belizar. That's definitely a, good book. I'm taking like another little dollop, and I'm just going to focus this more on where I have my dark marks, just for a little bit more coverage. But this is what I wanted as far as coverage go. I didn't want that much coverage. Where do you want to live 10 years from now? So right now, I currently live in Georgia. To be exact, I live in Loganville on the outskirts of Atlanta. Now, my goal has always been to move to Texas. Dallas to be exact, if anything. And it so happened that my 9-to-5 job, their headquarters is in Plano, Texas. So that is my goal. However, my boyfriend wants to move back to Maryland. Not back to Baltimore, not to our hometown, but back to Baltimore. Back to Maryland. He's thinking like maybe we can move to like Annapolis or something. I personally don't want to move back up to Maryland at all. I don't want to be nowhere where there's snow. Okay. I personally hate snow. I hate it with a passion. I don't like nothing about it. I hate the cold, but I can't escape the cold because that's everywhere except for in Florida. But other than that, I hate the cold. I don't want to be around it. I don't like nothing about it. I don't like absolutely nothing about the cold. So me and I'm going to have a conversation. But 10 years from now, I'll either be still living here, here in Georgia, probably not in Loganville, but maybe in Decatur, maybe, you know, wherever life sends me in Georgia, or I might be living in Texas. Who knows? Those are the only places I really want to live. I really want to live nowhere else, either Texas or Georgia. That's it. I know before, back in the day, I wanted to live in New York. Like I'm a Harlem girl. I'm moving to Harlem. But as I've gotten older and realized how much New York costs, no. And California is beautiful, as I'm pretty sure it is. I'm hoping and praying I can make it to California for my birthday this year. The cost of living out there is also no. But I wanted to live in San Diego. Like, I never wanted to live like in LA or any place like that. I, for some reason, wanted to live in San Diego if I was ever to move to California. So there's that. But now, as I've gotten older, Texas or Georgia, that's all I have in me. That's all I have in me. So for concealer, I'm taking my Juvia's Place concealer in the number 16, and we're just going to do a dab in the inner corners and the outer corners. Got that, and then I'm going to let that sit. I like to let my concealer sit for a while. But then I'm also going to take my e.l.f. Halo Glow contour stick. This is in the color medium tan, and dab that in the hollows of my cheeks and down the sides of my nose. And we're also going to let that sit for a little bit. And while we're letting it sit, I'm going to go ahead and answer my next question. What is your biggest dream in life? My biggest dream in life is just to be able to survive it. Okay, that is my biggest dream in life. Is to just survive living here. Okay, just be able to enjoy being a single human being and be able to, you know, survive it. It's so expensive, you know, as I've gotten older. It's just gotten so expensive for no daggone reason, and I just don't understand. I just don't understand, like, where did the cost of living go up, and why in the world did it go up? But it went up, and it's just way too expensive for me. So that's my biggest dream in life, to be able to afford to live. Okay? That is the biggest dream. That is the American dream. That's the new American dream. In order is to be able to survive until the Lord calls us home. Okay. Next question is beer or wine? I am a wine girl through and through. My favorite type of wine is sweet wine. I'm not really a dry wine girl. I prefer sweet and or dessert wines. Like, those are my wines right there. I thrive on those wines. Now, I will say, yesterday my boyfriend went to this place called the Tap in Ponce City Market, and he got some new some new beers for us to try. They're more on the sweet cider side than like a Bud Light type of wine. And I think I found like a beer that I would actually enjoy if they would serve it in, like, you know, restaurants. Because the only other type of beer I would normally drink would be Angry Orchards. And they are more of a cider than they are a beer, you know? But yeah, I was like, okay, I can get a this. Okay, so now we can go ahead and blend out the contour, and I'm taking this brush from Minted just to tap that in. And if you feel like you got too much on here, I said it before, if you have like a paper towel or like one of those, you know, color changes things, just wipe it on there and it'll dab off the excess, so that way it won't be so much spreading out. While I'm doing that, next question is, how tall are you? I am 5'7". Technically, if you want to talk to the doctor, I'm 5'6 3/4", but I just tell people I'm 5'7", because ain't nobody about to go around tell people I'm 5'6 3/4". No, I'm 5'7". Through and through, I'm just 5'7". Now, when you see me, a lot of people think I'm taller than that, only because I look taller. That is also because I have long legs. And I get that from my dad. My dad was 6'3", 6'4", one of those. He was a very tall man. So, yeah, I get my height from my dad. Alright, lastly, when it comes to the cream products, I have this blush from Milani. This is in the color Cheek New Kiss. This is their Cheek Kiss cream blush, and I'm going to use this new blush that I got from Luna Magic. This was in my, what was this in? This was in my February BoxyCharm, and I'm going to use this shade. Tap off some of the excess on the back of my hand and just concentrate it right over top of that contour shade and blend it in, sort of, so that way it can be cohesive. Okay, so that is all of the cream products, and now we can start using our powders. So I'm going to set the under eyes first, just because it's already starting to crease. So I'm just going to use my brush. Well, no, not that one. Just going to use my powder puff just to make sure I get all of the creases out before I also use it for my powders. And for powders, I'm using my Juvia's Place powder in Kalahari. It's like a yellow tone base. And what I like to do is put enough on the powder puff and then dip the tap the excess off into my hand, and then use the excesses in my hand for like down the bridge of my nose and the center of my face, and you know, things like that, so we can not look like a banana, but we are set. So okay, we getting there, y'all. So that's done with that. Then to set the contour, I'm using my LYS bronzer in in Strength. It is a dark. Oh, I'm hungry. All right, so let's answer some more questions. How many relationships have you been in? I just need to know, what do you guys consider like a relationship? You know, do you consider you having a girlfriend or boyfriend when you was like in kindergarten, or do you think of about like the one that you were actually in love with? Because if that's the case, if you're going by like the second one of, you know, how many of those boyfriends I actually been in love with, we can say 4. We can say 4. Well, technically 3, because I wasn't in an official relationship with one of them, but he was the only guy I was talking to at the time, and I definitely grew feelings for him, like love feelings for him. So yeah, but I can definitely, if we're going by the second one, I say 3. I count only 3. Okay. Now, if you were just talking about, you know, a boy coming up to you saying, you know, I think you're cute, we need to go together, da 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 da, and you say yes. Then I've had a boyfriend since I was in kindergarten then. I've had a boyfriend literally in every single school year, every stage of my life, except for in 2011 when me and my ex-boyfriend broke up and I was single for 7 years after me and him broke up. And it wasn't because I was heartbroken. You know, it was sad that we broke up or whatever, but that breakup needed to happen or whatever. But I was just over being in relationships at that time. So in 2011, I was single, not ready to mingle. I wasn't really dealing with anybody heavy. I mean, I was talking to one specific boy or whatever, but then he ghosted me. So I was back to being on my best bullshit. It was just me, myself, and I, and just, you know, going out with my friends and traveling and just doing what I love to do. Next question is, where would someone find you on a hot summer day? If it was up to me, you will find me at the beach, baby. If there was a beach nearby, you will find me on the beach. I'm taking this Milani Big Powder Blush in Dolce Pink, and I'm going to use this big powder brush from Luna Magic and set my cream blush. But yeah, if it was up to me, you will catch me on the beach. Technically, I used to live in Miami for college, and then after I graduated from college, I just lived there. And anytime my friends will call and say, "Where you at, girl? Where you at?" I'm on the beach. I'm in South Beach, on the beach with the drink in my hand, because at that time I was finally 21 and was able to actually enjoy living in Miami. I will be on the beach. Wherever there is a pool or a beach, that's where you will find me. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and set the rest of our face now that we have everything set up. This is new. This is from Glowish by Huda Beauty, and this is in the color medium tan. It is their pressed powder. I think I'm just going to take my powder puff so it can be sharp. Just down. And then whatever the excess is, I'm just gonna go over my face with everything else. Normally I would put on a, what's it called? Highlighter, but I don't think I grabbed one. So, you know, there's that. But anywho, we're gonna dip into That's Taupe, and we're gonna take that bedrock color with a little tiny detail brush like that and just run it on our bottom lash line. Not really smoke it out, but you know, give it a little bit of something. I will say about this mascara, you just definitely gotta be careful with it. It is more on the wet side, and the wand is super big, so it's definitely not very steady and good for the bottom like that. It also sort of kind of clumps your lashes together, so if you're not into that, then you probably won't like this mascara. But I got it in a BoxyCharm, so of course I got it. You know, I'm going to use it. And last but not least are our lips. And now I'm going for more of a cool tone lip, just because our eyes are more, not really cool tone, but it's not as warm as I would normally go. So while I do my lip, we're going to answer one last get to know me question. I think this one is a good ending question. What are you most proud of? So before I answer that question, let's get into the lip combo. So we'll be using these 3 products today. This is from Juvia's Place. This is in the lip liner Espresso. And then I'm going to top it off with this lipstick from Fenty. This is in the color Pose Queen. And then top it off with this butter gloss from NYX. This was in there. It was a collab with a black artist. I forgot the artist's name, but this is in the color called Cinnamon Roll. So what am I most proud of? I'm most proud of the fact that I take the initiative and, well, yeah, I take like the initiative and the drive and the goal to move when I no longer feel like that city or that place serves me. And what I mean by that is basically, hold on. Okay, so basically what I mean by that is like, for college, for an example, everybody in my city went to either Morgan or Coppin, or they went to University of Maryland of Eastern Shore. They basically stayed in state. I was ready to go somewhere else, travel to a different city and experience what life was like in a different city. So originally, like I said earlier, I wanted to go to FIDM. My mom was like, that was too far away for her. She didn't want me that far away from her. So we settled for a school in Florida. I went to Johnson & Wales University, the North Miami campus. And being able to get, accepted into that school and just seeing what life was like down in Florida, it just sparked a lot of me moving to different places. So I am most proud of being able to see a place that I'm like, I want to try out, I want to move to, and actually do it. Now, I will say this move down to Georgia was completely on my job, because I don't know when I was going to move back out of Baltimore, but I knew it would have happened. But it just so happened that my job moved from Maryland down to Georgia, and the incentive was that they were going to pay for everything, and they did. They paid for everything. Yeah, so they paid for everything. So, I couldn't pass that up of not taking that move, knowing that I wanted to move out of Maryland anyway. So that was my opportunity. But, now that the next time that I move, that's all on me. Obviously, I got to be more strategic with it and make sure I save my money for it. But I'm most proud of being able to experience other cities at a younger age than I am right now. Now my goal is to experience different countries. Okay, that's my goal now. Discover different countries. And another thing I'm proud of, so we can finally end this video, because I know this video is super long. Another thing I'm proud of is that I actually am doing what I said I was going to do, which is start my YouTube channel, start my businesses, build a strong relationship with God. I read my devotionals every single morning. I pray every single morning. On the weekends, I get up and do this so I can have content ready to go for you guys and actually take the time and energy to actually do it, and not psych myself out and get scared and get nervous, because I live with other people. And I said this before in previous videos, I'm not really good with doing this type of stuff when I'm surrounded by other people. But I've, over the couple of years that I've been doing it, on and off, I've grown to not care that people are staring or not care what people are saying. So, that is a good thing. But yes, you guys, that is the end of this Get Ready With Me / Get to Know Me. Like I said, I know this video was long because I talk a lot. Okay, I do. I talk a lot. So, if you made it to the end of this video, I thank you. I thank you very much for sticking to the very end of this video. And of course, if you want to see more of these type of videos, then don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as well as subscribe and turn on your bell notifications, get notified when I upload my next video. Again, just thank you so much for sticking around, for getting to know me. I hope those questions give you a little bit more insight of who I am and my, my thought process and things like that, and what I plan to accomplish on this little corner of the internet on YouTube. But yeah, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, y'all.